The history of Dindigul is centered on the fort over the small rock hill and fort. Dindigul region was the border of the three prominent kingdoms of South India, the Pandyas, Cheras, and Cholas. During the 1st century AD, the Chola king Karakal Kulan captured the Pandya kingdom and Dindigul came under the Chola rule. During the 6th century, the Pallavas took over most provinces of southern India and Dindigul was under the rule of Pallavas. Until Cholas regained the state in the 9th century and the Pandyas regained control by the 13th century. In the 14th century, most of Tamil Nadu kingdoms were under Delhi Sultanates with Madurai Sultanate ruling this region between 1335–1378. By end of 1378 the Muslim rulers were defeated by Vijayanagara army and later established their rule. In 1742, the Mysore army under the leadership of Venkataraya conquered Dindigul. He governed Dindigul as a representative of Maharaja of Mysore. There were 18 Palayams during his reign and all these Palayams were under Dindigul Cmai with Dindigul's capital. These Palayams wanted to be independent and refused to pay taxes to Venkatarayer. In 1748, Venkatappa was made governor of the region in place of Venkatarayer, who also failed. In 1755, Mysore Maharaja sent Hyder Ali to Dindigul to handle the situation. Later Hyder Ali became the de facto ruler of Mysore and in 1777, he appointed Pir Hana Mir Sahib as governor of Dindigul. He strengthened the fort. His wife Amiram Nisha Begum died during her delivery and her tomb is now called Begamber. In 1783 British Army, led by Captain Long invaded Dindigul. In 1784, after an agreement between the Mysore province and British Army, Dindigul was restored by Mysore province. In 1788, Tipu Sultan, the son of Hyder Ali, was crowned as king of Dindigul. In 1790, James Stewart of the British Army gained control over Dindigul by invading it in the Second War of Mysore. In a pact made in 1792, Tipu ceded Dindigul along with the fort to the English. Dindigul is the first region to come under English rule in the Madurai district. In 1798, the British Army strengthened the hill fort with cannons and built sentinel rooms in every corner. The British Army, under Staten stayed at Dindigul Fort from 1798 to 1859. After that Madurai was made headquarters of the British Army and Dindigul was attached to it as a taluk. Dindigul was under the rule of the British until India got our independence on August 15, 1947. Played a major role during the Polygar Wars, between the Palayakaras, Tipu Sultan duo aided by the French against the British, during the last decades of the 18th century. The Polygar of Virapaki, Gopal Nayak commanded the Dindigul division of Polygars, and during the wars aided the Sivaganga Queen Balunaki Yar and her commanders Maruthu Pandi Yar brothers to stay in the fort after permission from Hyder Ali. fort is 900 feet tall and has a circumference of 2.75 kilometers. Cannon and gunfire artillery were included in the fort during the 17th century. The fort was cemented with double walls to withstand heavy artillery. Cannons were installed at vantage points around the fort with an arms and ammunition godown built with safety measures. The double-walled room was fully protected against external threat and was well ventilated. A thin brick wall in one corner of the godown helped soldiers escape in case of emergency. The sloping ceiling of the godown prevented seepage of rainwater. The fort has 48 rooms that were once used as cells to lodge war prisoners and slaves, a spacious kitchen, a horse stable and a meeting hall for the army commanders. The fort also has its own rainwater reservoirs constructed by taking advantage of the steep gradient. The construction highlights the ingenuity of Indian kings in their military architecture. Options for travelers wanting to visit the city. The closest airport to Dindigul is in Madurai, and the closest international airport is Chennai. The railway station in Dindigul is well connected to the towns and cities of Tamil Nadu. For local travel, auto rickshaws and taxis are easily available. Dindigul weather. The summers in Dindigul are hot and humid as the city experiences a tropical climate. The best time of the year to visit Dindigul is therefore during the monsoons and the winters when the weather is mild and pleasant. The temperatures are favorable for traveling and sightseeing. Thus, Dindigul is best visited during the months of September to March. The fort is open from morning 9 o'clock to evening 5:30. The entrance fee is Rs10 for Indians and Rs100 for foreign tourists. Admission for children up to 15 years of age.